Today we are going to talk about the reciprocating saw, and in my opinion how this is the most evolved tool ever made. It's the most versatile. This thing can do all kinds of work for you, get it done and get it done fast. So before we dig into this, I'd just like to say thank you everybody for subscribing to my channel, for supporting me, and for helping me out. Hi everybody, I'm Jim Deerdorf and this is Detroit DIY. Let's get started. I just want to add real quick, stay to the end because we're going to do something really cool at the end of this video. I've never done it before and we're going to continue to do it, you know, every once in a while, so hang out. The reciprocating saw was invented in 1951 by, you got it, the Milwaukee Tool Company. It didn't take them too long to dub the name Sawzall. So it's a brand name, even though people call it, hey, hand me the Sawzall. It's a reciprocating saw. This saw was designed to cut wood in tight places, and it does that wonderfully. And it had a place in the market for it at that point in time. They still do today. If that's all this saw could do, it would still be a widely used saw in the demolition industry, taking stuff apart, cutting stuff apart. This saw would be amazing for it. Then someone thought that, hey, I got an idea. You know, this saw takes the place of your arm doing this. So it's hacksawing, it's so on and so forth. So the original blade for these saws was just a wood blade. Mine's a little tired, it was a wood blade. You can get these in all kinds of different lengths now. You can get them, you know, nice and short, so you can get them in real tight areas. Then someone says, hey, let's cut metal. So these are things we already know. The reciprocating saw can cut wood, it can cut metal. No other saw can do that. This alone has brought this saw more advancement than any other one thing they could come out with, is this metal blade. You can't buy a metal blade for your circular saw. You can for your jigsaw, but once again, it's a reciprocating saw. So here we go. So this tool has come along so far. Then someone thought, hey, let's make a carbide blade for it. We can cut tile, we can cut porcelain tile, ceramic tile, we can cut all kinds of stuff with a carbide blade, ductile iron. You can just get along with that. And the nice thing is with the blade attachments, the way that these blades attach, you can put them in either way. So hence the blade can go in this manner where the saw handle is out of your way. When the saw handle is out of your way, sometimes it's much easier to work. The blade can be flipped around the other way also. Then some of these companies have come up with some of this great stuff. This is from Spyder. Spyder has nothing to do with this video, nor are they sponsoring me, but this is a wire brush. So whoever thought that you could do some wire brushing with your reciprocating saw, and there it is. It's pretty nice. It gets the job done. You can also get this in a nylon brush. You can get it in a bigger wire brush than this. There's many options that are available. You can also get a special blade that will actually turn your reciprocating saw into a tree pruner. It's got a nice little curve to it. It's designed for cutting branches. If you look around, you can find all this stuff. The next thing that they've come up with is, this is from Spyder again. It's a 3/16 grout removal tool. It has the diamond tips right here on it. You can see them on there. Guys, these things are amazing. If you've ever tried to replace a cracked piece of tile and you get in there with your little chisel and your hammer and you're trying to dink out that grout just so you can get that piece of tile loose, and you watch the next piece crack and the next piece crack and you're just fighting it. I'll tell you what, a nice variable speed trigger on your reciprocating saw and this tool right here, you'll clean that grout right out of there, pop that piece of tile out, and you'll turn that job into gravy. So the next thing that they've come up with are these scrapers. So they have a whole set of these scrapers, which will turn your reciprocating saw into a scraper. Now, you know, far be it from me, but there is no other tool out there that will do everything that this reciprocating saw can do. And I'll tell you what, no other tool is this evolved or has come this far in the things it can do. These are amazing tools. And the other nice thing about these saws is the end of this blade is universalized. So this blade will work in the end of this, I should say, will work in any reciprocating saw out there. It doesn't matter the manufacturer or the brand, whether it be Milwaukee or DeWalt or whomever. This will clamp right into it and you're good to go. And that's nice that they standardized that and that they're all making the ends of these the same. It didn't used to be that way, but it is now. It didn't used to be so easy to put a blade in either. You had to get out an Allen wrench and loosen a screw. A lot of them have come up with some great ways to quickly remove and replace a blade or a scraper or anything else that you may want to use. So these scrapers are great because they go into the Sawzall sideways. So you have no handle to deal with. You can get this thing almost flat on the surface when you're scraping without anything else getting in your way. I mean, it's really nice the way that they lock in sideways like this. Hey guys, just a quick video on why I think the Sawzall is the most evolved power tool ever manufactured. And as you can see why it truly is, it has so many uses. So here's what I was getting to at the beginning, and I hope you stayed to the end. I would like to give this wire brush, this grout removal tool, and these 3 scrapers to a lucky subscriber. So here's what we're going to do. This is going to be open until June 27th. After June 27th, no more submissions will be accepted. What I'd like you to do is watch one of my videos, email me a comment. I'll put my email address right there. Email me a comment on that video, constructive criticism, a comment. It really doesn't matter, even if it's an idea for a spin-off on a video that I already have. I'm going to take them, I'm going to look through them. I'll take 15 or 20 of them, throw them in a little container, shake them up, and I'm going to draw a name. Like I say, it ends on June 27th, and the winner will be revealed in the video on July 4th. So please don't get that confused. Ends on June 27th, winner on July 4th. Make sure you email them to me. Again, the address is right there at the bottom, and it's also in the description of this video if you click on that. Alright guys, that's all we got for this time. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed yourself, click on one of them 2 videos. They're going to pop up right there. And again, thanks for all your support. We'll see you soon.